Hold on. Have you just heard about the most recent move that Angel Reese has made? Can you believe that the basketball superstar who was once at the top of her game is now selling pictures on OnlyFans? Trust me when I say that it is true, even though you might be thinking, no way, that can't be true. Moreover, it gets even more bizarre. You have to understand that Reese is not merely poking her head into the world of OnlyFans. Rather, she is diving in head first and blaming everyone else for the backlash that she is experiencing. That's right, she's blaming Caitlin Clark for everything, claiming that it's all about race, and even asserting that Clark stole her spotlight. However, this is where things start to get really interesting. Is this all due to the fact that Clark was awarded Rookie of the Year while Reese was not? Are you able to recall the time when Angel Reese was the talk of women's basketball? After the game that won the national championship, she felt like she was on top of the world. A wild turn of events occurred, however. To better understand how Reese went from being a rising star to being at the center of a massive controversy, let's break it down. Her actions both during and after that major game were the starting point for everything. Before long, people began to raise their eyebrows in response to Reese's talent, which was widely praised. It was no longer enough for her to simply play baseball. She was also causing a stir both on and off the court. What else is there to say? But that wasn't the end of it. Reese's behavior continued to escalate to an increasingly outrageous level. When her followers saw her most recent posts on social media, they were taken aback. According to the opinion of one of her fans, she appeared to have been defeated in a battle with a pair of scissors. Stupid, it's dishonest, and she's just trying to gain more influence. Reese's performance on the court began to deteriorate as the controversy around him continued to grow. She appeared to be more concerned with preserving her reputation and attracting attention than she was with concentrating on her overall performance. Both fans and commentators were aware of this shift in priorities, and they paid attention to it. Many people in the basketball world were taken aback by Reese's decision to join OnlyFans, which caused the situation to become more serious. Her dedication to the sport began to be called into question, with some claiming that she is putting her potential for WNBA stardom at risk in order to achieve instant fame and easy money. By appearing on the cover of Sports Illustrated while wearing a swimsuit, she continued to push the boundaries of what was possible. Critics argued that it was just another attempt to grab attention rather than focusing on her basketball career, despite the fact that there is nothing inherently wrong with that. If you are wondering, is this just a phase? You are not alone. It would appear that there is no indication that it will slow down anytime soon. In the meantime, other players such as Caitlin Clark and Aja Wilson are gaining respect as a result of their accomplishments on the court. They are allowing their game to speak for itself, while Reese appears to be making headlines for everything other than her basketball skills. While Reese's antics off the court are making headlines, a battle that is taking place behind the scenes is going on in silence. Why does Caitlin Clark's name keep coming up in this drama? Have you ever wondered about it? You might be surprised by the answer. It's quite personal. Reese is now accusing Clark of being the cause of all of her problems, and her accusations are so outrageous that they will leave you speechless. For Reese, the pressure is mounting, and she is searching for someone to place the blame on. Who better than Caitlin Clark, who is quickly becoming a rising star in the world of women's basketball? The allegations that Reese is making are extremely serious, and they pertain to favoritism and race in the sport. It was not just Caitlin Clark who was responsible for changing the game of women's basketball, as she stated in a recent interview. "There are two of us that changed the game," she said, as if she is attempting to rewrite the course of history.
She's on social media again, doing things that, well, I mean, when you consider the things that she has talked about that she has been subjected to, it makes you kind of throw up your hands and go, well, what are you doing? Why are you doing this kind of thing if you are constantly under fire, supposedly for being sexualized, as you want to call it?
That being said, let's dissect this. Is it true that Reese is being looked down upon? Could it be that she is simply envious of Clark's success? Give it some thought. When it comes to the court, Clark has been absolutely killing it, shattering records left and right. In the meantime, Reese, well, we are aware of what she has been doing to herself. When you watch it, it's like watching two different movies that are playing simultaneously. This Angel Reese is the one who is going to put a strain on people's financial situation. After this point, things start to get really interesting. Clark's attention has been directed toward her game, with the goal of enhancing her abilities and allowing her performance to speak for itself. The most important thing is that she is gaining respect from both fans and other players. She is racking up points and assists. On the other hand, Reese has been making headlines due to the posts she has made on social media and the behavior she has displayed while playing on the court.
Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark, is saying Rodman was better than Michael Jordan, or Ben Wallace was better than Kobe, or even Andre Drummond was better than LeBron.
What else is there to say? Observers are taking note. When it comes to Angel, things are not looking good because they are choosing sides. Some people are saying things like Caitlin Clark is a class act, while others are saying that Angel Reese is just trying to bring attention to herself. It hurts. It is becoming increasingly clear that their approaches are very different from one another with each passing game. The problem is that Reese's tendency to assign blame is having an effect on more than just her. As a result, it is making waves throughout the entire world of women's basketball. There are those who are concerned that all of this hype could undo the years of progress that have been made in the sport. Currently, there are more than just two players involved. Regarding the overall image of women's basketball, this is the issue at hand. So, why exactly is Reese acting in this manner? Why is it that Clark was awarded the title of Rookie of the Year while she was not? Is she attempting to divert attention away from the decisions she has made? On the other hand, is there something more profound than this? In spite of the reasons, one thing is abundantly clear. The appearance of this blame game is becoming increasingly indicative of a desperate move. As it turns out, the game of assigning blame was merely a warm-up. What is Reese's next step? Even those who are considered to be her most ardent detractors failed to anticipate this turn of events. A promising athlete could throw away years of hard work in an instant, but what could cause them to do so? Now get ready for this, shall we? OnlyFans is pleased to welcome Angel Reese. Are you able to believe it?
Could you imagine if Caitlin Clark did this while her team's on a 7-game losing streak? Just think about that.
It's almost as if she has completely lost all memory of her time spent playing basketball. At this point, you might be wondering whether she is really going to give up basketball for this. However, here's the thing. Reese insists that she is not going to give up playing basketball. However, how can she possibly concentrate on her game when she is so busy with this new endeavor? And what do you think? The decision that she made is being attributed to everyone else. Let us dissect it in detail. The move that Reese is making is not just about the money. Rather, it is an attempt to attract attention, which goes to a whole new level of her controversial actions. She is posting content that, in comparison to what you would anticipate from a professional athlete, is pushing the boundaries of what is possible. It is almost as if she has forgotten that she is a model for younger athletes to look up to.
I just hope y'all know the wnba don't pay my bills at all.
What else is there to say? It is not a happy time today. On social media, she is losing followers from fans who used to cheer for her when she was competing on the court. Her previous teammates and coaches are also taken aback by this news. One coach even went so far as to say, "I never in my wildest dreams imagined that one of my players would actually go down this road." It hurts. That must be very painful. However, here's the kicker. It appears that Reese doesn't care about it. On the other hand, she is reiterating her decision and claiming that it is all about empowering women. To what extent, however, does it truly empower you to shift your focus away from your athletic abilities? Many individuals do not hold this opinion. Reese's basketball career may be over thanks to this, according to those who believe it could be the final nail in the coffin. Given the circumstances, it is highly unlikely that any WNBA team will be interested in signing a player who is more concerned with her online presence than her jump. It's possible that you're exchanging her jump shot for fame on OnlyFans. But here's the kicker. Due to her decision, women's basketball is experiencing a significant amount of upheaval. Everyone, including younger players, sponsors, and other WNBA stars, is feeling the effects of this. Take a moment to discuss the numbers. Since the controversy surrounding Reese began, there has been a decline in the number of women's basketball games. College games are experiencing a drop in television ratings of 15%. As well as that, it is not only about who is watching. Several well-known sponsors are beginning to change their minds because they are concerned about being associated with all of the drama. Neither does she. Take into consideration the young female basketball players who are on the sidelines watching this unfold. Is it possible for you to picture yourself as a young girl of 12 years old who aspired to be the next Angel Reese? If your idol posts sexually explicit photos on the internet rather than working on her free throws, that must be a difficult experience for you. A number of other WNBA stars are also dissatisfied. An individual player who did not wish to be identified stated that we are attempting to demonstrate that we are more than just eye candy. After that, this takes place. We are all being given a slap in the face by this. There is a possibility that this will have significant repercussions for women's sports. A growing number of individuals are beginning to question whether or not women's basketball is still primarily about the game. On the other hand, if it is merely an additional platform for social media stunts. Do not, however, for a moment, entertain the notion that everyone is merely observing this unfold without taking any action. A number of players and coaches are speaking out in an effort to bring everyone's attention back to the underlying purpose of women's basketball: ability, commitment, and working together as a team. They are making a concerted effort to keep one's attention on the court rather than on the controversy. Well, there you have it, everyone. Not only does Angel Reese's story revolve around a single player, the message is a wake-up call for athletes all over the world. Reese's journey demonstrates how quickly things can change, as he went from being a basketball star to becoming a sensation on OnlyFans. For her, however, does this mark the end of the road? Is she able to recover from this situation? Is it possible that she has crossed a line from which she cannot return? You have to be wondering, what is Angel Reese going to do next? When she realizes what she's giving up, will she turn around and make a fresh start? Alternatively, is this merely the first step on an entirely new professional path? At least one thing is certain. Her decisions have altered the course of the game, and not in a positive way.